I'm so happy to be back and I'm outside. As in, I have not been in front of a camera in a couple of minutes, so I kind of feel a bit awkward. So if you see that I'm shying away, if that's a thing, it's because I've not been in front of a camera, and with good reason. I have been doing a couple of DIY projects, which I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds. Just hold on, don't go anywhere. But today we are going to do a strappy bra video. I'm going to do 3 different designs. If you've already watched my last vlog, you'll see one of the designs. That was my first one, and then I'm going to add 2 more. So if you're interested in seeing how that pans out, be sure to watch this video to the end. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't hit that subscribe already, go ahead and do that, because you know we are random people up in here and we like more random people. So yes, I was talking about a DIY thing. Before the bra, can we just cue the montage? And now. No, like now. Oh, there you go. So for the first bra, I had this old bra that was loose at the back. So it was made of lace that has elastic and that had loosened up. So I decided to try and upcycle that. Start by cutting off the back that holds on to the strap and the hooks, and do the same with the straps, and you'll be left with something that looks like those stick-on bras that you see all over the gram. And then make sure to sew in that same, but what I did is I just sewed the bottom and the top, and then cut 5 strips, or depending on the number of strips you want at the back, because this will go at the back. They're going to replace that hook holder that we just removed. So if you want, I went with 5, you can do more. So this is how I sewed the bottom and the top of the bra. So I left a bit of hem allowance, if we can call it that, to just hem the bottom and the top. That way to have a clean look at the edges. Then I laid down my strips rather. Just lay them down, use pins, and then so that you can adjust them before you start sewing them, or just hand stitching them, because I hand stitched all this. That's what you're left with. I adjusted this as I started sewing to make sure they had equal distance between them. After that, I decided to add straps. So I measured the strap that I had removed from the same bra, and in a resting position in terms of the length that I prefer. And then I cut 2 strips of that, and then I attached them to the back. So when I was stitching this on, I made a point of measuring equal distance from each end. So I did 4 inches from the left and 4 inches from the right, and that's what I was left with. So now you're going to stitch all bits that have the pins on them, and that's what you end up with. I also added the hooks from the back to the front to make it easier to wear. That's the final product. For the second bra, I wanted to add a bit of oomph. Do we still say that? A bit of pizzazz into a bra that I really like, this stripped bra. So this one's a bit easier. So just, you can wear it and measure the length between the top of your center bit of the bra to where you would like the pizzazz to end. Just that strip, because we're going to just add a bit of a cage for your boobs, your breastistis. So just measure that while you're wearing it, and then cut that strip and attach it to the center bit of the bra. And then take 2 strips, and for this I measured 2 inches from the end of that where the bra attaches to the strip. I measured 2 inches, and then from the straps on the ends I also did 2 inches, and that's where I attached the second bit of that. That's what I'm doing right there. So I had measured 2 inches for that as well, again with the pins, because we want to know what it will look like and you want to make sure it's going to be straight. Mine is not exactly straight and it's sad, so I'm just going to redo that. And then do the same thing, and at the top make sure you have enough space to fold over the strip. That way it looks cleaner once you're done. And then just attach 2 more and do the same thing for that, just like I'm doing over there. Pin it, pin it, pin it. I should stop doing that. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And then now you're going to sew all the bits that are pinned. Just hand stitching. It's actually very easy. It's just in and out, and you're done. And once you stitch that, and of course cut off the excess bits of elastic, you will be left with something that looks a little bit more like, bam, this. So that's what you'll end up with. Let's try it on. There you go. Okay, so for the last one, I lost the footage I had filmed for this, so I decided to use another bra to demonstrate. So measure the length of the bra and then cut 4 strips of the same length. These ones are not the same length because, well, I was not about to cut strips that I was not going to use. Take 2 of the strips and attach them to the center of the front bit of the bra. And then take the other 2 strips, 1 to each side of the bra. So this one you'll have to measure because everyone's boobs are different. Just make sure to find the position where you would want your straps to be because of the way the bra leans in. So for me, I would move it a bit closer towards the center. That's what I did, away from where the straps normally are. Take the center straps and put them over the ones on the edges, and then bring the ones on the edges to the center like I did there, and then just pin them together. This is just to make sure that you hold the shape and the pattern you're making so that it's easier to attach them to the back of the bra. That way you don't confuse the straps as you go. Now turn it over and just take the 2 on either side and just attach them to each side. What I do for this to make sure they look good is the part that usually has that strap handle, just let that be in between the 2 straps because they are equal width rather. And then just do that, and then you are going to sew all this apart from the parts where the straps actually attach or collide to form the shape. Just everywhere else, and this is what you get. Let's try it on.